Hey everyone, it's Emily. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you for tuning in today. This video is going to be the update for my no-buy. Yes, I'm still trying to do it, even though I feel like I kind of failed in February. I have a bunch of stuff in front of me, and I can justify every single purchase, but it still feels like I cheated way too much in February. I think one of the reasonings is it was really awful weather here in San Diego. They just said that in the past like 25 years it's the coldest February that they have on record. So it was very cold. I mean, we actually had frosts here. We had so much rain. I would say 5 out of the 7 days out of the week it was just raining, and I know I shouldn't be complaining because so many people had snow and like negative temperatures, but it is a real bummer. I mean, we had just moved here, and I feel like since we moved here it's just been like raining every other day. Most weekends it's been raining, so on days that it is nice out I feel like we just need to get out of the house and do something, or go to the store, or if it is raining I'll like stay in the store longer because I'm just like avoiding going outside. So it's just, the weather really did get to me this month. Also, I had a lot of like achiness this month. I have rheumatoid arthritis, and so I often will get flare-ups, and since it was so incredibly rainy I was so immobile. It was the first time ever that I actually had like a real flare-up where I actually felt like crippled. My hands wouldn't function. I couldn't grip things. It was really frustrating. Like opening up a package would take me like 10 minutes to figure out how to do it, or I'd ask Dave to do it. I couldn't even open up jars. Like, it was awful. That has nothing to do with why I was spending money, but I just felt crummy in the month of February. And I feel like when you do feel crummy or you just feel bummed out, shopping sometimes happens. And so I do have some things here, and I still feel like these are good purchases. I love all of them. They have definitely brought a lot of enjoyment in my life or served a purpose in my life. I also got my FabFitFun this past week, and I feel like that was a little boost as well because knowing that was coming, I avoided buying some things, but I kind of failed in February. I will admit that. But these are just some, I just want to see my justifications of some of these items, and then going forward I will try to avoid doing something like this in the future. Also, in March I start work at Sephora again in a couple days, and so it'll be interesting to see how this no-buy works while working in a retail environment. So that would be really difficult, especially since I work in operations, so I see all the brand new stuff before it hits the shelves. So it will be interesting. We will see how March goes, but I'm determined to make it work. So let's start off with beauty items. The first thing is some nail polish remover, because last month I did get 2 nail polishes, but I didn't have any remover. So I did pick this up because I didn't have any. It was only a couple dollars at Target, so it's not like I broke the bank. I also got some sheet masks, and sheet masks for me are, I don't know, I feel a little guilty buying them just because it is a little wasteful, but I got them on Amazon because I wanted one. Honestly, I had gotten a couple in my BoxyCharm from December, and that subscription box actually stopped for me, so it won't be coming anymore. But I got the Tatcha sheet masks, and I loved it. I loved taking a bath and soaking it in, and I had put all my skincare on before doing the mask, and I feel like it really elevated my skincare. So I was like, oh, I want some masks, not really for the mask purposes and the serum inside the mask, but more as a way to like press my really good skincare into my skin further. And I only do like one per week, so this is gonna last me quite some time. But they're fun, and I do recommend them. They have a whole bunch of different ones. Like this one is nourishing shea butter. We have aloe, avocado. Like every single one is different, and they're just a little fun pampering thing. So I kind of got this as like a mood booster just because it was so rainy. The remaining beauty items were actually 100-point perks, so I actually didn't spend any money on these items. So I always feel like I can justify the mascaras that you can get for 100-point gifts, because mascaras you have to replace every few months anyway, so if I can avoid a few months of not having to repurchase one, then I'm all for it. So I got 2 Too Faced Better Than Sex mascaras, and they're just the minis, which is my perfect size. I feel like the full size just doesn't work out as well. I feel like a lot of people have the same feelings as I do. The other mascara is this one from Smashbox. It's their new Super Fan mascara. I know nothing about it. I also got 2 of the Fresh Lotus Youth Preserve face creams, and I thought these would be great for travel and just to try fresh, because I don't really want to spend the money on fresh because they're not cruelty free, but I love their products, and look how cute this little baby moisturizer is. So I got him. You know, I mean, I always feel like when there's good 100-point gifts at Sephora, you might as well just go for it. I also got 2 of the Sol de Janeiro Boom Boom creams. Be great for when we go to Florida, or I don't know, anytime I wear shorts. I forgot how good it smells. And then I did get 2 of the Nest Wild Poppy fragrance, and this is something I want to get a full size of. I have another little sample size. I love this fragrance. I had the sample size when we were moving from Mississippi to San Diego on that road trip, and that smell just makes me really excited to be here. So I kind of went to Sephora to get these as the samples because I love this fragrance so much. It's so sweet and bright and springy and happy, and it brings back happy memories of us traveling across the country and making me excited to live here. So when it's super rainy and not the best weather, I want to still be happy to live here. So I got these, and I love this fragrance. I want to get it full size. It's beautiful out right now, so I want to like rush through this video so I can go for a walk or something. I love the sun. Don't you? So those are all the beauty items. I'm not feeling too bad because I probably spent like $20 total between the sheet masks and the nail polish remover. The other things, again, were free. I'm going back to Sephora. I did need to invest in some leggings and new shoes. So this, I really am not considering breaking my no-buy over because I needed leggings and shoes to work there. So I just got these black ones, and they're from the brand Always. And I got them on Amazon. They're pretty inexpensive. They're like $10 a pair. They had so many colors. They had like, I think 20 different colors and then 42 other patterns. And they feel exactly like LuLaRoe. LuLaRoe? I think that's how you pronounce it. But it has that same like silky, soft texture. They are fantastic. If you are a leggings person, you just have to get them. They're between $10 to $12 depending on the pattern, because you know Amazon has weird pricing. But they are incredible. They're super thin, but they don't stretch to the point where you're going to see like your underwear or your skin through. Like, that keeps its integrity pretty well. I also washed a couple of the pairs like 4 times already, and it's still just as soft when they come out of the dryer. So absolutely love them. I'm wearing some right now. I bought like 5 pairs because I do know I'll need them working at Sephora. I also got some black shoes to work at Sephora as well. They're just ones from Skechers, and they are like these little boots which look super cute, and you can usually wear them with jeans or leggings or dresses even. Like, they're just like a type of suede, and they have like a stretchy bit here. They're very comfortable. They have like memory foam inside. I think they're called... It's like one of their motorcycle versions, but I absolutely love them, and I will probably get a ton of use out of them. So clothing-wise, these were just things I needed to pick up anyways, but I'm really contemplating getting more of these leggings because they're just, I've been living in them. They're so soft and comfortable. Oh, I love them. Let's move on to homewares. I did buy 2 new cookie sheets because ours did not survive the move, and I've been cooking more because we did do a pantry challenge at the beginning of February. We made it like 3 weeks, guys. We did not finish the whole month just because our fridge was bare bones. I will do an update on that if you are interested in our pantry challenge. We made it up until like right after Dave's birthday, but we just needed food. Anyways. So I did buy 2 new cookie sheets so I could cook more at home. I also bought some new Tupperware because since we are trying to eat more in our home versus eating out, I've been making Dave a lot of lunches, and so they have stuff in them because I've been using them. But I got 2 different sizes. They're from Pyrex. They're their Snapwares, and they are pretty expensive on their own. I want to say they're between like $6 to $8 depending on the size that you get. They are super sturdy, and they are Pyrex, so they are glass. The cover fits really securely. Don't microwave it with the cover on like Dave did because then it kind of ruins it. But you can freeze with these, which is awesome because we've been making a ton of large batches of things. So I've been making some like vegetarian chili, and then I'll put it in one of these and put it in the freezer, and then Dave will take it out the night before, put it in the fridge, and then is what he has for lunch. So it's been working really well for food prep, and they're nice and sturdy in glass. There are miscellaneous things that we got. I did get some new stationery. We actually went to Barnes & Noble because I wanted to get some new stationery. I actually went there for a purpose, and I got some. I'm pen pals with my nieces back in Maine, and so I write to them a few times a month, and I just wanted to switch up my stationery. I still have some remaining of the old one. It's running low, but I was just like, I just want something different. So I got a new set of stationery. I didn't need to buy it just yet, but I'm really happy that I did, and I love getting letters from them. It's just really fun to connect with them. One is, she just turned 10, and then my other niece turned 7, so it's just a fun age to like read their letters and see what's important in their lives, and I absolutely love it. Also, when we went to Barnes & Noble, we stumbled across their games, and we were going to buy it in store, but it was like $70, and we just couldn't justify the price for this one game. So we went on Amazon, and they had it for $35. I think it's now $40, because you know how Amazon prices just fluctuate. So we ended up getting a new board game, and since we haven't been eating out as much or trying to stay home more, plus it was raining, and I feel like every weekend we were stuck home, we ended up buying a new board game, and we've been playing games non-stop. Like the ones I got last month, which was the Oregon Trail we got as a board game, and then we also got a new version of Ticket to Ride as a board game. We've been playing Life like crazy, but this new one that we got is Charterstone. It is so interesting. It was very hard to learn because it is a lot of rules to it, but it's also very vague in the instructions. You have to watch like YouTube videos. It's a legacy game. I didn't even know those existed, but pretty much your board is completely blank when you start, and as you go, you create pretty much your own board. There's a campaign that's 12 games long, and we're halfway through the campaign, and also after the campaign is over, it's just a typical board game afterwards. So it's not like you play it the 12 times and then it's done. It's like then it's just your regular board game, which I've been having a lot of fun. The remaining 2 pieces that I purchased, I really can't justify. One, I feel like I could, and that's how I ended up in this section, because it's a replacement item. If you've been here for a while, you may remember that I mentioned that I'm a little obsessed with Billy Joel. I think I mentioned it in one of the vlogs during Vlogmas or something like that. I feel like I've mentioned it a few times. Anyways, the same CD that I've had for like 4 years in my car, playing every single day in the car, died. It was a very sad day. It started skipping on its own, and then it was just impossible to get through any song because it was skipping all the time. And I think I just wore it out. I wore out my Billy Joel CD. It was very sad. So I went into Target to get a new one. I should have just gone online on Amazon and bought it, because of course Target is dangerous, especially if you're on a no-buy or if you don't want to buy a ton of stuff. And so they did not have Billy Joel there. But they did have the Beach Boys, and I love the Beach Boys just as much. They were my first like favorite band when I was like 10 years old, and we only had a record player, and my mom had all their records, and I know every single Beach Boy song. So I was like, ooh, awesome, $10, perfect. It'll be in my car for the next 5 years. I love it. It's so much fun. What I also like about the Beach Boys in general is their songs are super short. They're only like 2 to 3 minutes long each, so you can do quick little stops and still get through a full song. I just love it. So I went into Target to get this, and I was doing pretty well because I only had that in a couple like grocery items in my cart, and then I saw that they had records, and I have a record player. I love albums, and I bought a new record. So this is James Taylor. I think he's my new love, but oh my gosh, there's some good songs in here. There's like Something in the Way She Moves, Carolina in My Mind, Fire and Rain, Sweet Baby James, like so many good songs, and oh, I love it. I've been using my record player nonstop. Also, using the record player when cleaning is really good, because I'll be like, oh, I'll just do one side of the record while I clean the kitchen, and then I'll flip it over, and do the living room, you know. So I just love it, and I really can't justify it other than that I love my record player and I got a new record. There's no justification for this other than it makes me so happy. And I feel like that's how I am with every single purchase here, is that they make me so happy. I'm not really regretting anything. I think being in like the Marine Kondo mindset of decluttering my life and taking things away that don't spark joy, I don't mind bringing things in that do spark joy. Like I can look at every single one of these items and there's not one thing that I'm just like, I shouldn't have bought that. It doesn't bring me joy. Where I'm looking at everything and I'm like, yes, I love it all. Like, oh. Anyways, that's it for this no buy update. It did not work out very well. I mean, I didn't spend a ton of money, and I did have really great successes too, but it was a rainy month. I was achy. I was not feeling the best. I was bummed out most of the time, and you know, I'm not bad about it. So, thanks so much for coming by to my channel. If you want to see my last month's update, where I kind of go into more in depth about like the observation portion of the no buy, then I'll leave that down in the description box. But that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!